Join in as we explore the latest news and thrilling matchups. Whether you're a diehard or a casual, this is your destination. All right, welcome back, everyone. It's another episode here, and I'm your host, Serge. It's Sports Buds TV. We got the fellas on the show today. What's up, JKZ? What's up, Fred?
What up, guys? What do I do? What do I do tonight?
Yo, what's good? What's good, homeboys?
What up, Brodies? What up, Brodies? Well, guys, it is Tuesday, April 16th. Yesterday was the cutoff for your taxes, so make sure y'all got that done. But that's neither here nor there. Let's get into it. Let's talk some sports. We got a few topics for today, but let's pick up things like we do just about every show. Y'all know the NFL is king around these parts. Y'all want to talk a little NFL draft? Coming up next week, fellas.
Serge, there's nothing more than I want to talk about right now than the NFL draft. I requested the day off from work. That's how hype I am of the NFL draft. You know, as a Cardinals fan, you know, we got the fourth pick, so it's exciting time. You know, the draft is the most exciting time, I think, for NFL fans. Well, maybe some, like, I would say diehards, but more like just degenerate, like addicted to NFL fans. Like the draft is like the best thing ever.
Yeah, no, you said it, dude. And you being a Cardinals fan, I'm sure you're really excited. Shoot, I'm a Rams fan, and I'm just excited that we've got a pick in the first round for the first time in
Since
dude.
2016.
Yeah, man. Like, just saying it don't sound right, but I can just imagine how you're feeling sitting with the Arizona Cardinals at that number 4 pick overall. And let's not let Fred stay behind, too far behind. What are you all picking there in Pittsburgh, Fred? 20th overall?
We're the 20th. Well, the Steelers are the 20th pick this year. And you know what? For the second year in a row, Omar Khan, our general manager, has been cooking in the free agency. So we still have a few spots that we need to fill in, like, direct starters, and but yeah, we can chop it up. We can talk about that.
Yeah. I mean, right now we don't got to dive too deep into it, fellas. Next week, we'll be live and we'll know a bit more about how it actually shapes up. But let's have a look at it on the screen right now. Yeah, go ahead. Is that Jay?
Sure. You don't need to wait till next week, all right? I can tell you exactly how, like, the first round will go. I won't get into all of it right now, but I could give you like the top 5 picks, like, guaranteed right now.
What you got, Jay? What you got, Jay?
Break it down.
All right. Caleb Williams, the obvious number 1 choice. I mean, you don't get rid of Justin Fields if you're not taking a quarterback, and you're not taking a quarterback if you're not taking Caleb Williams. So Caleb Williams going number 1. No secret there. After that, it gets interesting. Washington. If I was any of these quarterbacks, I'd be begging Washington not to take me. But, but they're going to take one of them. And I think because you hired Cliff Kingsbury to be your offensive coordinator, if you look at his track record, he has mobile quarterbacks that can move, quarterbacks with big arms, and the Heisman winner from LSU, Daniels, is the obvious choice there. I think he's a safe pick at number 2. I think he'll do really good in Washington. And so that's another quarterback. 3.
Yeah.
3, guess what? Another quarterback, New England. Now, this is where it gets interesting, Serge and Fred, because I think there's a good chance New England trades this pick. I really do. But regardless, a third quarterback's going there. I'm going to say it's New England, and I'm going to cause a little chaos, and I'm going to say they take J.J. McCarthy, not Drake May. Yeah, I think that's the way it goes. I think it's just
a bit of a reach, but I got you. Go on.
The hype is real, man. And I was talking with some friends about the draft a few years ago where it was Darnold, Baker Mayfield.
Right.
All those quarterbacks, and nobody knew who was going to go 1, nobody's going to go 2. Where was everybody to go? Nobody knew. And it was kind of chaotic. I think 1 is set. I think 2 is set. I think 3 is where it gets interesting. I think if New England trades the pick or makes the pick, I think they're going McCarthy, JJ.
You know what? I guess I can see in the league that we're in now, where you want to go and get yourself a QB that's really good, that can help you save some money for a few years and really stack up on both sides of the ball and make a run. I get it. I definitely get it. However, I also get that the Cardinals are picking at the 4th spot overall, and you really want Marvin Harrison Jr. to fall in your lap right there. But I don't think it's going to happen, big dog. If you take a look here at the screen, ESPN has Marvin Harrison Jr. to go 2nd overall. And Washington, I mean, like you said, no QB probably wants to go there. I'm with you. But I don't see any wide receivers nodding their head, dude.
No, I mean, Marvin Harris. I think Marvin Harrison Jr. is the best player in the draft this year. I
And you
think
really want him to go to Arizona.
and he'll be there at number 4 for Arizona. But if the draft goes how I predict and JJ McCarthy goes number 3, I think there'll be a
All bets are
mad
off.
overpay. There'll be an extreme overpay by some team to take the number 4 pick from the Cardinals, and Drake May will get drafted number 4.
Very, very interesting. And,
You
and we'll
know?
know here in about a week's time just where everything ends up going. What about you with the Steelers? You got any hunch where you're going to end up with as far as your pick goes this year? I know you've been killing it with off-season moves, but what do you think about the draft there, Fred?
You know what? It's also like a toss up because we are in need of a center, offensive line center. So there was talks about getting that young man from I believe he's from Duke, really good guy, and also the
Oh
guy
yeah.
from Oregon. Now we also did go ahead and trade one of our top wide receivers this year. So we're also in desperate need of a wide receiver. We only have Pickens, but here's where it gets a little bit crazy because I also rumor around town is that the 49ers might be interested in a trade. So we might also maybe use that 20th pick as some kind of leverage, for Brandon Ayuk. I know
Sure.
he carries a little bit of weight with the cap, but I mean, if we can get Brandon Ayuk paired up with George Pickens, yo, the Steelers will be cooking up this year for sure. So it's still a toss up. It's gonna get good. It's gonna be an interesting draft for the Steelers this year.
It sounds pretty dangerous, if you ask me. Anyhow, no, man. No, man, that's interesting. And we'll see, dude. We'll see. As far as, my team down there picking, because, we had an all right season. We didn't end up with the chip, but, we're picking towards the end of the round there. And finally having that first round pick, we also saw our Hall of Fame, our first ballot Hall of Famer go out that door, make his way out into retirement in Aaron Donald. So we need some help there on the defensive side, especially the line. I've heard rumors that from UCLA, Letu has had a few visits with the Rams, being in town. It ain't that far to make your way over there, but we definitely will need someone to help out. He'll be sorely missed. I can't call it right now, guys. We've got quite a
Hey,
few picks in front of us. What's up?
I'll say this about your guys' team. I think the Steelers are gonna make some crazy draft moves. I really do. I think they're gonna make a trade. They're gonna move down. They're gonna move up. They're gonna do something. They've been really aggressive, and I don't see them getting subtly not aggressive in the draft. If
Right. Sure.
if the Rams, as a Cardinals fan, I don't want the Rams to succeed. I want them to be horrible, no success for them. And but if they get, I will be very upset if they get the defensive tackle from Texas, the Byron Murphy Jr. I believe. He looks like
Yeah.
a freak. He's athletic. He's like this era of like defensive tackle. Um, you just watch the Texas film. I mean, there was a reason why
I'm
they were in
sorry.
the playoffs. Like he
Yeah.
was huge there, and I know he had a big teammate that's also going to get drafted there. But Byron Murphy the second, I think, junior, I can't remember which one he goes by. He's somebody I don't want the Rams to get, so he's obviously a good player, and it would be a nice little steal there to get. But yeah, the draft's an exciting time, guys. I mean, everybody loves it, and next week we will be finding out all of our dreams come true, and we get all the toys that we wanted in the Christmas tree.
Yes, sir.
For real.
Christmas comes in. What is it?
You
Going to
know?
be April. But
Oh yeah,
so speaking of the draft, y'all, last night we had a draft. Also, let me put that up on the screen there for those of you with the benefit of flash photography. My bad. I blacked out there for a bit. Throwback WWE. But yesterday we had the WNBA draft, and that was interesting. We had quite a few moves there. We talked about Caleb Williams and how that in some way is kind of the worst kept secret. We all know he's going number one overall, which leads me to another worst kept secret when it comes to a draft. Caitlin Clark. He holds now
Mm-hmm.
the record for the most points. Doesn't matter if you're talking women's or men's basketball in the NCAA. She has scored the most points, has the record, and of course she went number one overall, making her way to Indiana. And interesting. I mean, number two overall, we saw Cameron Brink stay in California out of Stanford, going to the LA Sparks out there. Cardoso, part of the team that just won, South Carolina, right? So she represented well there at the third overall pick. And then interesting, we see her teaming up, Angel Reese with the seventh overall pick. She'll be joining Cardoso, and they'll be playing in Chicago. So quite a few moves that went on there. WNBA seems to be growing. But what are y'all's thoughts overall on the growth of the game and where we are possibly headed with this new class coming in?
It's exciting, man. It's exciting for the WNBA. They have the potential. They are on the cusp of a golden era. We as sports fans, it doesn't matter if you're a man or woman or whatever, we as sports fans are watching. We are paying
Yeah,
attention. Like, and the ratings prove it and all this stuff. This is their time to capitalize. You have names. That's always been the thing in sports. You
yeah,
need the names. You need the star power. And
yes,
guess what?
sir.
Right now, there are women basketball players that have star power across it, and it's a beautiful time for it. You look at the names that are there, like you recognize the names, like casual fans recognize the names. That's what a sport does. Like we'll be
Right, right.
looking back at this time right now. You remember 2024 as maybe the time that women basketball took the next step in the United
Yeah,
States of America.
yeah, and
Yeah,
you could kind of
I
see
agree.
the foundation being laid there with the Las Vegas Aces, the success that they've had. Like you mentioned, star power drives these sports leagues that we follow. That it's what sells. It's what puts butts in the seats, right? Us that
Hmm.
are wrestling fans, we know that's a big part of. It's not so much we're watching a real combat sport. We're watching an entertainment sport where you put people to come out and see the show. So when it comes to that, like the WNBA, I feel has been laying down that foundation. Again, the Las Vegas Aces, they've got stars like Kelsey Plum, who at one point Kelsey Plum held the record for the most points. I'm not sure if it was also women and men's. I know for sure she had it in women's, but overall, I mean it got broken there by Caitlin. And with that said, I mean, I think they're definitely headed down the right path. It's interesting because you've already seen moves by some of these teams in the WNBA moving into bigger venues, anticipating playing against Caitlin Clark. She's broken records as far as viewership, right, while she's played in the tournament. So you definitely could see a reason why they would make a move. But while we're
Yeah.
on the topic of basketball, go ahead.
Oh no, ticket sales are already crazy on that. Like I already saw, like for her first like preseason
Her
game,
her
and
jersey
the
sold
average
out,
ticket
all
cost was
sizes.
like, yeah, $82. Crazy, crazy times.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so while we're on the topic of basketball, we would be really remiss if we didn't talk about what's going on right now. Actually, there's a game going on right now, and I know my good friend there, Fred, is playing close attention. That's maybe why you're not hearing so much about his thoughts right now. But the NBA playoffs start here in a few days. Currently, we have the play-in tournament, the SoFi play-in tournament, and earlier today we saw the Lakers take down the Pelicans. So you see the graphic up on the screen right now. It was taken just a little bit before that game went final. So the Lakers, congratulations, you win and you get the Nuggets in the first round. The Pelicans, they're not eliminated yet. They'll be taking on the winner between the Kings and the Warriors. That matchup is taking place. I'm not sure if you have the score for us, Fred. Can you give us some insight on that game right now?
Yeah, brother. Score is Kings up 86-73 with 2 minutes and 20 seconds in the third. Now, before we move on, I just want to, quickly say that it's going to be very exciting for the WNBA, 2024 class coming in. It just
Yeah.
reminds me of that generational change, like Kobe's rookie class did in '96.
Oh, right.
So
Ooh,
something to
I
look
like that.
forward
I
to,
like that.
Is that
and
Garnett
the
and
league is just going to
Allen
be
and
enjoying.
Kobe? Yeah, right. That's all of them.
Mhm.
Yeah,
What is
that's
that?
the one. So,
Dang. Okay.
in my
Dang.
opinion, this is gonna make a positive change for the league, and
Yes, sir.
we'll get into it a little bit more as it goes this season, man.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. Good point. And
Now,
I go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna mention the about the play-in. Congrats to the Lakers fans. You guys are in the show, and let's see how this one goes down because this game right now going on has a lot of implications on that too. Now,
Yeah.
Pelicans. Just breaking news. Zion. Left the game with 3 minutes left, so that's also going to be a big factor. In case
Hey,
in
correct
case
me
he
if I'm
tries to
wrong.
start
Did he
going
have
weaker.
40 points? I think he dropped 40 points, dude. He was balling.
He went
Him
on
and Jose
fire this
Damn.
game.
Alvarado. Jose Alvarado had both busted ankles, and he was balling, dude. And with them two on the floor, it was crazy. And then Zion got hurt on this shot that he made coming down, and he was like wincing. He looked at the bench, and it didn't look good right off the bat. And we all know
Mm.
the issues he's gone through. It didn't feel right. It just yeah, man. But
Yeah,
fellas,
so
so
looking
that
forward
was
to it.
tonight's play-in. Tomorrow we'll
No,
have two other games. Go ahead, go ahead. My bad.
no, no. I was just gonna say about the East tomorrow and stuff like that. Like, it's just exciting time, and the plan was a huge success. Like, I know some people are still like iffy on it,
Yes.
but I think it's great. I think it's great, guys. But with that being said, guys, I'm gonna have to dip for the night. I'll let you guys
Yes,
finish this
sir.
out. I know the audience is in good hands, and guys, but thank you always and stuff. I will see you guys
Hey,
next time, and you guys
let
in
them know. Let them know where to catch you, dude. Where to follow you.
at JKZ the real one on Twitter and stuff, or X, whatever you want to call it. Catch me on there and stuff. I'll be dropping all sorts of sports knowledge for everybody. You guys all
Yes,
take care
sir.
though, all right?
You be good. You be good, bro.
Later, Fred.
Peace, my brother. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, man. And then there were two. No, but I mean that was a
Woo!
that was a good way to kind of take off there for Jay. But yeah, the play-in has been very successful. In some cases, it may still be confusing. I know when I hear it, I'm still like, I gotta see it. So for all of you that are watching, have it on your screen. I put it on there for you. I hope this makes it easier. It has a breakdown there. It shows you just how it works, where you're seated. And in fact, you'll see that between the Kings and the Warriors, this is really a do or die between the 10th and the ninth seed, or how they're ranked right now. Um, as far as the Lakers and the Pelicans, it wasn't so much a do or die game. Of course, you want to win so that you're in. The Pelicans still have a shot, but it's definitely interesting. I think it makes it better. It opens the door to maybe allow that other team to make a run that wouldn't in seasons past. So overall, I think it's been successful. How do you feel about the play-in? Good vibes on your end with the play-in, Fred?
I like it. I like it. It just makes the last spots in the playoffs a little bit more significant in my opinion. Um,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
it's like the you win, you in, type of mentality. So it's just a good way to start the playoffs. Now there could be teams. I don't think there's been one yet since they got accepted in the league, the play in. I don't think there's been a team that has pretty much just carried the weight all the way through the championship. But there's going to be that one team that eventually makes that happen. You're in the
Right.
10th
Yeah.
spot. You go for the play in. You have to play 2 games to get in, and you just catch that heat, and you never know what's going to happen. So it just creates that
Yeah.
Cinderella story, a little bit better.
Yeah, no, it helps open up, maybe crack open up the door a little bit, and any team we haven't
You
seen it
never.
yet has a chance to open that door wide open, right? So no, definitely, I think a win overall. I like how right now, yeah, the season's over, but technically you're in the play-in, you're in postseason play, and it's just a warm up to what then we'll get with the playoff tournament, and then what we hope to see in the finals. But much more to come with the NBA, the playoffs, and we'll see who actually makes the cut there for the final list there in the first round. We've got one topic left. We've been on this one here about 20 minutes with y'all. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. You can find us on all platforms at Sports TV. While we're at it, you can find me at Surge So Sick on all platforms. Where can they find you, Fred?
You can find me on all platforms as Freddie Freedom.
Yes, sir. Yes,
You
sir.
know, just um, everywhere except X. I don't fuck with X that much.
Yeah, I know some people are leaving, but well, we got it, right? We'll use it while we've got it still. Well, let's wrap it up with our final topic. It's quite a big topic. We've been described as the boxing guys out there, so we wouldn't be doing justice if we didn't talk about the big fight this week, 420. Don't forget again to like, comment, share, subscribe. But this week we have Devin Haney. He'll put on the line the WBC 140 pound world championship. He'll be defending that against Ryan Garcia, King Ryan. And today, actually, they arrived in New York City, decided to do a grand arrival type of shit, and they did a face off. Not sure if you've caught it. I know we've shared it on a few group chats that we're in, but if you watch closely, looks like Ryan gets in Devin's face. They're going back and forth, and it seems Ryan talks about Devin's mom. He kind of was like, "Where your mom at?" Like brought up moms.
No,
We all know you don't bring up moms, right? So once that happens, you can't really no respondo, right? Like some people are, don't go there. So Devin pushes him, kind of slaps him too in the face with. It was a weird type of push, type of shit. But
no,
Ryan
for real.
just what do you how'd you see it? Because Ryan just went crazy and was like barking or I don't growling and then try to I don't know, man. What'd you think? Did you catch it?
You know what? I saw the. I didn't see all the details of it. I did catch the the little bit of the conversation and the confrontation that happened. But I didn't know he got in his face and started disrespecting his mother like that. Uh, you know
Yeah, I
what?
seen
That
a
just
video.
makes it hard to root for this guy. You know what I mean? He's just like, what is that gonna get you? You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
mean, I know you're trying to piss off your opponent. You're trying to get hype for the fight, but you're doing some really weird, corny shit that makes it seem like you're not gonna get to your opponent's head like that. You know what I mean? I don't think that's gonna work. Not in the ring.
yeah. I definitely get where you're coming from, dude. I also understand if he's trying to like get him mad so that he's not on his A game. He's more, you know, seeing red instead of actually, being what does Bruce Lee say? Be water, right? You're supposed to kind of be the calm in the storm. And Ryan doesn't want that. He probably wants him to be chaotic like he is. And I don't know, dude.
Well,
I
no, no. Just like Bruce Lee also said, water crashes. Water does bring chaos sometimes. And I think I think just from what I've seen lately, especially lately as of yet, with Ryan, it's just like it doesn't seem like he's taking this serious, man. Like, I mean, if this guy, I guess he doesn't really understand, you know, what this loss would mean just to his whole persona, his whole boxing legacy. Because he can still
yeah,
continue to be like a YouTube personality and
sure.
keep doing videos like that. Be out there, be relevant in that way. But when it comes to boxing, I mean, this loss could really affect you. You be that guy with two L's on there, and you probably won't get that big money fight like that anymore. Pero who knows? Who knows, man? Anything can happen. 420. I'm gonna be tuned in. I'm probably gonna be, up in the clouds that day, celebrating, and I'm hoping for a good one. Good chingazos.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I know that if we look at Vegas, who Devin Haney is a big favorite. Ryan Garcia is coming in at. I saw it earlier. He's like a plus 500, so he's a huge underdog. And I mean, smart money says Devin Haney should take care of business. He's the reigning champion. He was the undisputed champion in the division just below that before he moved up. He's a pro's pro. He's always seemed like he takes his career very serious when it comes to the way he moves and the fights that he takes. and the challenges that he accepts. Ryan Garcia, I mean, you got to give him his due. He's taken on Tank. He's gonna fight Haney now. He fought Luke Campbell when he was a bit younger, still getting in there. Um, but I don't know, dude. It definitely isn't the best look, I would have to say. Is it how I would want him to carry himself? No, but is there a method to the madness? We'll have to wait and see on Saturday night. I'll say this: do not miss it. Tune in. You never know what could happen in sports, and boxing's the ultimate example of that. We never know what can happen, dude. Styles make fights.
Yeah, no, and Garcia has power, dude. That guy, that kid has speed and power. I mean,
Yeah.
his defense is a little bit a little bit risky. I mean, he's
Oh
been
yeah.
knocked down a few times, and I think in comparison, I mean, I think just from the last fight with Tank, his last loss. I mean, he just looked like he just left too many spots open, man. And I know Haney is really good
Yeah.
at that, and good at those angles, and he's gonna take advantage of that. And Haney's gonna look for that KO, but Haney can also just go to 12 rounds with him, And I don't know if Garcia can last the 12 rounds. He's gonna start throwing haymakers. He's gonna leave open spaces, and that's when Haney's gonna take advantage. Boom, tómala.
Dude, and you just brought up a point there with, looking back and how he, like, I remember the Tank lead up to that fight with him and Ryan. And Ryan wasn't really acting this way. Now, it's been later shared. People have found out that apparently Ryan was injured. He had a broken rib, apparently, and there was even a mole in the camp that let Tank know this, so he knew to go for that punch. And maybe that's why Ryan was a bit reserved. I'm not making an excuse for him. I'm just saying maybe now he's coming in what he feels like 100%, where he feels like he can talk like that. But he's still gonna have to prove it. If you're gonna
No,
talk that
exactly.
talk, you gotta walk the walk, dude.
Yeah,
And
dude. And
you
now if
you
he,
think that he'll get walked out by Kanye?
um, I don't know. I mean, I know he also has 50 Cent, right, to walk out with him. Like he's trying to. I guess he's just trying to, like, our homeboy Castro said, he's probably just trying to get those ticket sales because apparently the ticket sales are really low. You know,
Yeah,
um,
yeah, yeah. And I'm
you
not
know,
sure who it was, dude, but I think last time he when he fought Tank, he had talked to Justin Bieber, and he was like, "Yeah, walk me out." He had agreed to it, and I think it had something to do because like Mayweather got walked out by Justin Bieber one time. I'm not sure, but and I guess Justin let Ryan hanging, dude. So that's why Ryan came out to that like Christian music. I'm not sure what it was against the Tank fight. Remember watching it? People were like, "What is he coming out to?"
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know if you remember it. So supposedly this time around he's gonna have that thing secure. But the way he's moving, dude, you don't even know what to believe. So
yeah, dude. And you know what? Here it is, Serge. I mean, that's not gonna help you win the fight.
right, right, right.
That's just gonna bring you clout. A
Yeah,
great artist like that walking out with you, and if that's all you want, all right, cool, man. But don't act like you're gonna be a boxing legend if you keep getting whooped, by these top guys. Now,
mm-hmm.
if he beats Haney,
Oh,
solid with maybe a
oh,
KO or just outboxes him, then he's back in the conversation because Haney ain't no scrub either. You know what I mean?
yeah, dude,
He
yeah,
might now at that point he might open up his game, his bag to like go at maybe a possible rematch with Tank, maybe even set up like Cruz. I know he called him out, but again, you don't know what to expect from Ryan at these these few fucking
yeah,
months. He's
yeah, yeah,
just too
yeah.
wild.
And I'm glad you mentioned that, dude, because we've mentioned it on the show before. The 140 division in boxing is lit. The winner on Saturday will claim that WBC 140. The green belt is theirs. But there is still Teofimo Lopez, Sabril Matias, and
Yeah,
Isaac Pitbull Cruz that you'd have to see if you want to unify in that division. So it
yeah.
ain't over, dude. It's just
And
going to get more interesting.
Exactly. And hopefully this Saturday, this upcoming fight with Ryan and Devin Haney
Yeah,
gives us a little bit more of a storyline for that. I know in boxing, it's hard that there's a script for this shit, you know,
right.
because it's illegal pretty much. But um, I mean, it just writes itself, Ryan beats Haney, he gets in the mix. He just adds another boxer to that list, and everybody's gonna try to go for him, get that belt. So I
Yeah,
don't know, man.
yeah, no doubt.
I'm hoping for a solid fight. Ryan, I'm not gonna let his personal antics, persuade me from his boxing skills.
Sure.
I mean, the homie can box, and he just makes it easy for people to root against him, which I don't think is smart. You know,
Yeah,
um,
yeah,
I mean, it kind of pushes boxing fans off the sport a little bit or away from him. Like this kid's not taking it seriously, man. So boxing fans don't really want to fuck with him that much no more.
yeah, dude.
And Devin Haney is the total opposite of that. His work ethic is, solid. And he can also be relevant in social media, but just not be like doing some weird, corny stuff like Ryan, you know?
I think it's important to make leave the main thing the main thing. Once you start making something else more important than what should be taking place, that's where you can kind of get sidetracked. It desvías. So
Simon.
take it for what it is. But Devin, the Dream Haney, taking on Ryan King Ryan Garcia this Saturday night, 420. And this is just a bit of a warm up, y'all. Boxing is about to heat up. We talked about the NFL draft, how that's going to shape up next week. Talked about the WNBA, what to look forward. Of course, the NBA playoffs. We're going to crown a champion here in a few short weeks. But boxing is heating up, dude. Of course, we got Ryan, we've got Devin this weekend. But 2 weeks thereafter, we're going to have Canelo Alvarez taking on Jaime Munguia for the undisputed crown at 168. 2 weeks after that, we've got, what is it, Usyk and Fury. They're going for undisputed in the heavyweight division. And then I
Fuck
think
yeah.
it's 2 weeks after that, we have Bivol versus Beterbiev in the undisputed bout for the 175 division. Boxing is hot. Keep it here. Don't forget, we've said it a few times. We'll say it again. Like, comment, share, subscribe. What do you got to say before we wrap it up for the folks today, Fred? It's been a good show, dude.
Hey, thank you all for listening. Thank you for the support. Really appreciate, you guys liking, subscribing, and sharing, and if you have any feedback, any comments, feel free to go ahead and drop them. And get ready for some good boxing. Get ready for some good basketball. We got soccer coming up in the summer with the Copa
Yes,
America.
sir.
We got wrestling, also new
Yes,
storylines coming
sir.
up. We got WNBA coming up. We got shoot, man, anything you could think of sports related, we got you.
Keep it here. Y'all be good. We're out. That's a
Peace.
wrap.